Man, how quickly people forget.
So you and your husband were friends with Rob and Michelle Reiner, and I'm very sorry for your loss.
My God.
How long have you known the Reiner?
All of the things that Rob Reiner said about President Donald Trump over the years. Go ahead and pause and read all of the hateful comments, and there are many, many more that I'm going to share with you. Here's another one. What a nice guy. Oh, here's a good one. No surprise, Trump colluded with Russia. We've always known his presidency was illegitimate. Now it has been proven. For the sake of our democracy, this man must be indicted and jailed. Here's a bunch for you to read right here. Here's more. And here's more. On top of that, he was a real sicko. That was clearly a roast, right? But how disgusting. And with the way all of these people defend that kind of thing, you know, it could possibly have been true. It definitely makes you question his code of ethics, if you ask me. And he's not the only one that said really horrific things. Remember when Keith Olbermann said, "Burn in hell, Sinclair," alongside... Or when Rachel Vindman said, "No ears were harmed, carry on with your Sunday afternoon," in reference to President Donald Trump when he was almost, seated. Which, by the way, if you remember all of the videos on TikTok and everywhere else that were saying, "Oh man, it's too bad they missed," and all of the videos that people were putting out there begging for someone to just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
About 24 hours, I've seen a lot of conspiracies partaking through what is going on. I saw people reacting, struggling to call out Trump for what he sent out on social media. Trump did not even stop there. A reporter asked him about this man. Trump did not mimic with his word. He said the same thing. Trump has the right at a certain point like that to express his mind. He doesn't want to fake it, like, let me pretend I'm fine, or we should. Trump is actually expressing the mind he has toward this man because of a lot of things he said about Trump. I believe you've seen the beginning of that video. That lady actually bring the screenshot what this man was pouring out videos. I cannot even count the number of videos he put out attacking Trump. Now people want Trump to pretend like I'm very okay with him. Trump doesn't work that way.
It's tragic. And for Donald Trump to use the occasion, not to rise to the occasion, but to lower himself to a level that I can't even imagine and attack Rob Reiner and say his was caused by his criticism of Trump is disgusting and condemnable and unacceptable. And I am glad that both of you are saying that it was the wrong thing to do, because we cannot normalize this level of cruelty and stupidity by Donald Trump.
You know, a lot of people are out there trying to portray Charlie Kirk as if he was spreading pixie dust around the country. A lot of people, to use the word of Governor Cox, found what he said inflammatory or worse.
The Charlie Kirk memorial, he said he wasn't, he said he disagreed with forgiving
I will tell you
your
this.
enemies.
The bar for Donald Trump is in hell, right?
What was it between the actual murder statement? 7 hours, 6 hours? I mean, not even a moment of breath and grace. But number two, as Anna referred to, the statement spreads misinformation. It suggests that the cause of the murder was something about politics or Rob Reiner's view of Donald Trump. That is dangerous. We see how quickly the tiniest little flicker can cause conspiracies and inaccurate information to take off. It's irresponsible of him to do that. And I'm actually
as well.
I just, given what we just lived through with Charlie, I mean, every conservative that I know is still very much processing this. And
I'm going to stop you there because I want to play some of the reaction to when Charlie
died. Lots of people were quick to celebrate the death, call him racist, attribute statements to him that he never made, et cetera, et cetera. And those of us on the right who knew Charlie and loved Charlie, were quick to call that out and say, this is misinformation. This is a heinous way to treat someone who left behind a grieving widow and little children. So I don't square it. Because
to be fair, I do want to just
we're still processing that.
You know, sometimes when you do things, try to even remember what you did. This lady, Navarro, on The View, said something that triggered people about Charlie. That same day, she triggered people. You know, insinuating all kind of things. I believe you've seen the video. Now, they are here claiming, oh, this, that. Sometimes when I look at these people, I will say, why must you do this every single time? Now, taking a look at what Michelle Obama said.
We've known them for many, many years, and we were supposed to be seeing them that night, last night. And we got the news. And let me just say this, unlike some people, Rob and Michelle Reiner are some of the most decent, courageous people you ever want to know. They're not deranged or crazed. What they have always been are passionate people in a time when there's not a lot of courage going on. They were the kind of people who were ready to put their actions behind what they cared about. And they cared about their family, and they cared about this country, and they cared about fairness and equity. And that is the truth.
Yes, Michelle Obama appeared on Jimmy Live. She said something that is triggering everyone on the internet. When you take a look at this lady, there is something fishy here. Michelle Obama revealed on Jimmy Kimmel Live that she and former President Barack Obama were scheduled to visit director Rob and his wife. On the night the couple was found in their home, highlighting their close relationship and shocking timing of the strategy, the Obamas, who knew the couple for many years, expressed deep sorrow with Barack Obama praising Reiner's contribution to film and television. Okay, if you take a look at what Michelle said here, that was very normal. But the internet is taking this to another level. People are saying there is something suspicious. Why is it that it was only the night they were supposed to visit him? Why? They are questioning this. Then I begin to wonder, like, maybe it's a coincidence or what exactly? I don't know.
Democracy at a time when so many in the media industry, so many with a platform are afraid to speak. He put his money and his mouth where his heart was. And for Trump to have put that out today, I'm going to say it. You know, damn it, there's an American family grieving.
Yeah.
This is a tragedy, not just for the family, but for all who knew and loved him. And for the President of the United States to make this about him and a way to attack Rob Reiner because he exercised his American right to speak up with what he disagreed with is shameful.
Would have seen, it's impossible to talk about him in the past tense, but I'd be at a party at my friend's house, and people who didn't know that Rob and I knew each other, they'd see us laughing and, kidding each other, and they'd go, how is it that you and Rob Reiner are friends? And I said, well, what do you mean? They said, well, you're so different in your politics and so on. I said, look, let me explain something about Rob Reiner so that you know. First of all, I judge people by how they treat me, and Rob Reiner was a godsend.
In the White House, sexist.